Very good morning, students. Today we're going to see the topic called as evaluation of prefix notation and conversion of an infix to a postfix. Fine. So yesterday we were seeing about the topic called as evaluation of a postfix notation, and we saw the pseudocode for it, to how to evaluate or how to convert an infix to the postfix, as well as the evaluating of this particular postfix we saw. Fine. So today we're going to see about the prefix as well as the a program for converting the infix to the postfix. Fine. So we'll get inside the topic. So this is what the same example I have taken here. So which I took for the postfix. So have given the values for the particular expression, and I'm trying to convert this particular expression into an prefix format. Fine. So this is what the equation here. One second. Yeah. So have given a bracket for easy way of doing it. It's manageable to use a bracket. So based upon the operator order, I'll be doing this conversion. Okay, based upon the order of operation, I'll be going this. So we'll be having the bracket as the first one, then comes the exponent, then comes the multiplication and a division, and the last one will be the addition and the subtraction. So based upon this order of operations, I'll be converting a normal equation into a prefix way. So as we know, we have a format for prefix. So what is the format for prefix? Will be the first comes your operand 1, and then the operand, I'm sorry, first comes the operator, and then the operand 1, and then the operand 2. Okay, this is a format of this prefix. Okay, so now you're going to convert this only based upon the order of operation. So we can see I'm just considering the inner bracket first. Fine. So I have two inner brackets. In both the inner brackets, I'm having the multiplication as an operator. So I will take the first one. So since I'm using a prefix, the format will be operator, then first operand, then second operand. That is what done here. First operator, then the first operand, and then the second operand. Then I'm considering this particular bracket 5 star 4, and here I'm doing it like I'm converting this particular expression into a prefix. So star 5 4. Fine. So the inner bracket is over. Now then I'll consider the plus. Okay, because this plus is inside the curly bracket, so I'll be giving priority for it. Fine. So then what happens, I have to bring my operator before. So operator, my first operand and second operand, this acts as the first operand, and this acts as the second operand. Fine. Now the whole thing will be acting as a first operand, and this will be acting as a second operand. I'm having an operator here, so I'm converting this into a prefix. So operator, okay, then my first operand, and then my second operand. As I remove the bracket, now we can see the answer for it. Okay, so this is a way I'll be converting a normal expression into a prefix way based upon the order of operations, order of operators. I'll be doing this. Fine. Hope this is clear for you. Then I'll go for the next concept. Next, I will evaluate it. Okay, see here I'm doing an evaluation on the base of my order of operators. Okay, next I'll go in a different way. Okay, so now I'm going to evaluate my prefix expression. Okay, now I'm going to evaluate only the prefix expression. Okay, this is what your prefix expression. We saw yesterday the evaluation of the postfix. Okay, so now I'm going to evaluate the prefix. Fine. So this is what the answer I got after my conversion. Okay, in postfix I'll be starting from my left side actually, but in prefix I'll be starting my evaluation process from the right side. Okay, so I'm going to use a stack now for evaluating this particular expression. So I'm going to start from the right hand side. That is what this slide shows you. And so I got an operand. So yesterday we saw about the pseudocode itself. Okay, what the pseudocode will tell you: if I get an operand, put inside a put inside a stack. Okay, if I get an operator, I have to uh, pop the operand 2 and then operand 1. Okay, perform the calculation, get the result, again put the result inside your stack. That is what we saw yesterday. Okay, that is what the pseudocode for my postfix. Okay, so we are going to do the same here but in a different way. I'll be coming from the right hand side. Okay, so I'm going to put the, I got an operand here, my operand is 9, so I'm going to just put this operand inside my stack. So this diagram shows you I'm going to put this operand inside this stack, then I'm traversing the next one. Next is also an operand, again I will put this inside my stack. Okay, you know the stack concept will be having a concept like a one above the above. Okay, I can able to insert or delete the values only one open end. Okay, so we have a concept like last in first out and first in last out concept here. Fine. So this particular arithmetic evaluation, all those things will be holding this stack concept. Okay, now I'm going for a third operand 5. This 5 is an operand, so I'm putting inside my stack. Fine. So next one, I got an operator. This is the arithmetic operator. So if I get an operator, I will pop the first and my second operand. Here this 5 will be acting as a first operand and 2 will be acting as a second operand. Okay, then I'm performing the operation. This is what my result, and then I'm pushing this result back into the stack. That is what given as 20. Okay, so if I find an operator, I have to perform some operators. I have to pop the operand from my stack. Okay, so perform this particular operator and put the result back into the stack. So I just put the result into the stack as 20. Okay, then I'm traversing the third value, that is my third operand. I'm just putting inside the stack. 2 is again an operand. I'm putting this inside my stack. Fine. Then I'm getting an operator again. So what I will do, if I get an operator, I will just pop 2 values. I'm just popping 2 and my 3. Okay, since I'm having an operator star, I will perform an multiplication here. So I'll be getting an answer called as 6. Okay, I will put this 6 inside my stack. So that is what given here. I'm putting the value 6 inside my stack. Then I'm again traversing. I'm getting a plus. Okay, since I'm getting a plus, again what I have to do, I have to get the values operands from my stack. So I got 6. 6. Okay, and 20 outside my stack. Then I'm performing the operator. The operator is plus. I got the answer called as 26. So I'm putting this answer inside. I'm pushing this answer inside my stack. So I'm getting 26 here. Okay, and again while traversing, again I'm got an operator. So again what I will do, just I'm going to perform the push operation. So remove 26 and 9. Okay, so I'll be just removing 26 and 9 from the stack, and my operator is minus. I'll perform a minus here, so I'll be getting an answer called as 17. So I stored the result inside my stack. So this is the way I'll be evaluating my prefix. Okay, so the only difference, yeah.
When 549, the symbol is plus, no, ma'am?
No, it's a star actually. It's a small mistake. It's a star.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine. It's an error. It's a star there. It's not a plus. It somewhat looks like a star, right? Fine. Okay. So this is what the answer. So the main difference between evaluating a prefix and the postfix is, in a prefix, I'll be starting my process from the right hand side. In postfix, I'll be starting the process from the left hand side. Okay. So the pseudocode will be similar like your postfix, so I didn't write the pseudocode here. Okay, you give a try to write a pseudocode for this evaluation of an prefix. Fine. So next comes a topic called as I'm going to make a conversion. Okay, how to convert an infix to postfix in an algorithmic way. Fine. So we already saw this, how to convert infix to postfix. Okay. So based upon this order of operation, I will be converting this. It's you are familiar with this. So what is the order of postfix will be? First comes your operand 1, then comes your operand 2, and then comes your operator. Fine. So it's easier to convert an infix to a postfix. Okay. So mostly we'll be preferring this postfix than the prefix. The reason is postfix is more flexible for us. Okay, than the prefix. So most probably most operations will be handling this postfix conversion than the prefix conversion. Fine. So now we are going to see the conversion algorithm. Okay. So till now we have seen the evaluation process. Okay, how to evaluate it in two ways. One way was how to using this order of operation, and another way is using your stack. Okay, so now we are going to see this conversion of infix to postfix. So this is what the normal way we do based upon this order of operation. This you know. Okay, so again I will tell you, I'm having a bracket here. This is what my higher priority. Inside this I'm having a star. So I'm going to apply a postfix for this. So my first operand B, my second operand C, and then comes my operator, and this is over. Then comes your plus. For plus, A is my first operand, and this is the whole thing will be my second operand. So A, B, C star, plus comes at the end. Okay, I'm removing the bracket, and this gives me the exact postfix format. Fine. So next what you're going to do is we will try to put in a different way. Okay, I'm going to try an algorithm for it, for my conversion. In this algorithm, I won't be choosing the order of operators. Okay, I won't be choosing this particular order of operator. Without this, how I'm going to convert this? Fine. That is what you're going to see now. So this is what the expression I have taken. The expression is A plus B star C is my expression. Fine. So once I get an operand, you know the how to evaluate it. Once I'm getting an operand, I'm storing it inside a variable called as postfix. Okay, assume both have a variable like infix and postfix. If I get an operand, I'll be storing inside this answer. Assume this postfix will be my answer content, my result content. Okay, I'm getting an operand, store inside your postfix. Next, I'm traversing. Since it's a postfix, I'm starting from the left hand side. Okay, then I got an plus, I'll put inside this stack, and because it's an operator. Okay, then I'm getting this B. Okay, B is an operand, so I'm putting here for the plus. Okay, A is my operand and B is my right operand. Okay, so now I'm getting a B is an operand here. I'm storing inside this postfix variable. Next comes the star. Okay, here I'm having a term called a star. Fine, it's an operator. Okay, but already we are having an operator called as plus. Okay, so we have a technique here. Okay, since star is a higher priority than the plus. Okay, so I have to put the star inside my stack. Okay, so be clear in it. If I have a higher priority here, okay, but my stack is having a lower priority, move this operator inside my stack. Okay, I'm not moving it anywhere, only above my plus I'm going to move it. Okay, then comes your operand. So I'm just what I will do, that is what done here. You can see here. Next comes your operand. So I'll just store inside my postfix variable. Fine. And next comes my minus. Okay, so you can see I have to compare this minus along with my star. Okay, minus have a less priority than the asterisk. Okay, so now what you have to do is you have to just pop the operator from my stack, and I have to add along with my postfix. Okay, that has been done here. You can see here A, B, C star. Okay, again my minus and my plus. Okay, always I'll go for addition, then comes my subtraction. So again my minus has a lesser priority than my addition. I will pop the operator from the stack and store inside my postfix. That is done here. So A, B, C star plus. Okay, so then I'll put this minus inside my stack. Okay, if my expression is having a higher priority and my stack is having a lesser priority, I'll put the operator inside the stack. Okay, if my expression is having a lower priority, if my stack is having a higher priority, I will pop all the operators from the stack. Okay, then I will put this particular operator inside my stack. That is what I have done here. Okay, this is another way to convert my infix to a postfix. Fine. Next operand next is going to be my D. So you know what this D we have to do. I'll be just storing inside my postfix. So D comes here. Again we have a star. Okay, in my given expression, star is have a higher precedence than my stack. Inside the stack I'm having minus. So what I will do, I have to just put this star inside your stack. That is what done here. Fine. And next I'm traversing it. Next comes an operand. So I'll just put this operand and store this inside my postfix. I'm storing it. Okay, I reached my end of my expression. Okay, after reaching it, what I will do, I will just pop all the operators which is inside my stack. So I'm just popping it. First the star comes, okay, and then the minus comes. That's it. Okay, so this is a way this is a different algorithm for making my infix to a postfix conversion. It's not like a normal way of doing it. Okay, now we'll see a pseudocode for it. Okay, I'm just giving you the pseudocode. You try to build a program using this pseudocode. If are you sure about it is clear for you? If it is clear, you can just give me a text, okay, so that I'll go for the algorithm or a pseudocode. Or you can just unmute your mic and you can just say, yeah, I'm getting the answer clear. Fine, everyone understood that, and then we'll go for the next one. Okay, thank you. If you are clear in this only, the pseudocode will be easier for you to understand. Fine. So here I'm having pseudocode. Okay, so I'll be using an infix to postfix as a function here. Fine. So for my function I'm passing my expression. Okay, this is what my given expression I'm passing it. Okay, assume the expression will be having all the operators, strings, and all those stuffs. Fine. So then I'm going to create a stack. Fine. 1 second. Yeah, I'm going to create a stack. Assume it's going to be my stack. I'm going to create a stack. Then I'm going to create a result with an empty string. Okay, here in my example, okay, this postfix was my result. So I'm creating a result. Okay, that result will be an empty string. Okay, then I'm using a for loop to traverse from my first expression till my last expression. For this I'm using a for loop. And getting inside the for loop, I'm using a if loop. Here I'm having two things. Okay, one is if my expression is having an operand, what I have to do, I have to store this operand along with my result. Fine. If my expression is having an operator, what I have to do, I have to go and check inside a while part. I'll tell what does this while consist of. Okay, I hope this if is clear. If my expression is having an operand, just store this expression along with my result. Fine. For example, I'm having an I'm trying to write it. Okay, it's my A plus B star C. So take like this. Okay, my first one is I got an operand. So what I will do, I will store this inside my result. Okay, then the second one, I'm getting an operator here. Okay, so this else part fails, I'll get inside my else if part. It's an operator because it's an operator. So here I'm having a condition. My condition is if my stack is not empty. Yeah, my stack is not empty. My stack is what is the condition here actually, whether it's not empty. Yeah, but it's empty actually. Okay, so what happens here, my condition while condition fails, I'll get out of the while. I'm having a push operation here, put this expression inside the stack. That is what this push tells you. Okay, now what is the expression here? Here exp of I will be this plus, so I'm going to put the plus inside my stack. Okay, now again your for loop goes and it's going to traverse the next one again, it's an operand. So what I will do, I will just put this operand inside my result. I'll just append it to my result. Okay, then I got an star here. Okay, so your if part will be failing, so I'll be getting inside the else part. It's an operator. Star is an operator for me. Fine, then I'll check a condition. While if the stack is not empty, yeah, the stack is not empty because I'm having already a plus operator inside my stack. Then I'll go for my next condition. Has higher precedence. This is a function actually. I'll be using a function somewhere else in my program. I'm just using this function here along with two arguments. The arguments are s dot top of comma exp of I. So this is will be my top value. Okay, so I'm calling this function. Okay, this function is going to compare this top value along with my expression value, my plus and the star. Fine. So what this is going to give you actually, if it is going to have a priority, then it gets inside. Okay, if top is going to have a higher priority, what happens? This gets inside this while loop, but my top is not having a higher priority here. Okay, only my expression is having a higher priority. So what happens is while fails and it comes out of your while, we have a push operation here. Now I'm going to push the star at the top. As I said, when I'm having a higher priority in my given expression, I'll be just pushing this expression operator inside this stack. That is what done here. Okay, then again I'm getting an operand here, so I'll just store this operand here. Okay, I'll just extend this expression if you want. I will add this minus also here, minus and d. Fine, and next comes my minus. Minus is an operator. It gets inside this else part. Yeah, my stack is not empty because I'm having two operators inside my stack. This condition is true. Now I'll go for here, has higher precedence. Yeah, now what happens, my top will be the star. Top will be changing. Okay, this won't be the top. Okay, so has higher precedence s dot top of exp of I. So s dot top will be the star, exp of I will be this minus. Yeah, star has a higher precedence. This condition becomes true. Now this while loop will be executing. So what I have to do actually, I have to just put the top value along with my result. Thus I'll be performing a pop operation. Okay, so I'll put this star inside this result. Okay, again this while loop goes. Okay, again I'm having a plus. Okay, the plus will be compared with this minus. Plus has a higher priority. Your top value is having a higher priority. Automatically the top will be coming here. Okay, now comparing this plus and minus, again plus is a higher priority. Again I'll be moving this plus to my result. Plus. So now what happens? My stack will be empty. Okay, again if I'm going to try it, it won't be. So it's while comes out. Fine. So what happens again, my for loop will be going. So again I'll be going for my next operand d. So it's an operand, I'll be just storing it. Fine. This is a way you will be doing your infix to postfix in a different algorithm. Fine. Hope this has high PRC is clear for it's a function. Okay, it's going to be return me the top value. If the top value is higher precedence than the expe, this while loop will be executing. Otherwise, it won't. Fine. And the last one is so if my so what I'm going to do here, while my stack is not empty. Okay, so what is the meaning of this is you can see in your previous example, at the end I'll be getting 2 star and minus, because your traversing comes to the end, but still I'm having an operator in my stack. Okay, if it comes, what I will do, I have just pop the star and pop the minus. For doing this, I'm doing a while loop here. Okay, when I'm reaching the end of my expression, I'll go for this particular while condition. If my stack is not empty, remove all the operators from the stack and put inside this result and returning my result at the end. Fine. This is how the infix to postfix expression conversion takes place. Fine. So next we will see one more example, but here what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some brackets. Okay, brackets in the sense curly bracket or normal bracket or whatever bracket may be. So I'm going to add the brackets. Fine. So if you understand the if you're clear in pseudocode, can you give me a thumbs up so that I'll go for my next example along with this bracket. Yeah, thank you students, I got the reply. Yeah, so I'm going for a next example. The next example, what I'm doing here is I'm using a bracket. Okay, in using the bracket, how the process goes on. So since I'm using a bracket, here comes your balancing parenthesis concept we saw in 2 days before. So how to evaluate this balancing parenthesis using the stack. So I'm going to add that also along with this infix to postfix conversion. Okay, see our since postfix, I'm going to start from the left hand side. I'm having a bracket here, so I'll just put this bracket. I'll call this bracket, and if I'm going to have a bracket, put this bracket inside your stack. I'm having an opening bracket, I'm putting this bracket inside the stack. Okay, again the second one is also a bracket, I'm putting this bracket inside this stack. Next comes the operand. If there is an operand, I'll store in a result. That is what A. Just put this operand in a different result variable. Okay, then again I'm having a plus. Okay, so what I will do usually, if I'm having an operator here, I will try to compare with the operators inside my stack. I'll go for higher priority, lower priority and all, but in my stack I'm having a bracket. Okay, so if there is a bracket, I won't be going for a comparison at all.
Excuse
Yes,
me,
ma'am.
Geetharani ma'am. One student saying not able to understand. Will you repeat again?
You can't able to.
He's putting in chat.
So do you want me to repeat the pseudocode?
I asked in chat. Yes, they are saying yes.
Okay, I'll repeat it, ma'am. Once again. How to erase it? I'm just trying to erase it.
They hesitate to speak. They are putting in chat.
Yeah, that's why I'm seeing it, ma'am. I didn't saw her still.
Ma'am, in last you have erased all link
side. Yeah, I got it, ma'am. I got it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, so I'll just repeat this infix to postfix along with the pseudocode. Okay, I think till this example is clear. I think so. Fine. So I'll go for the pseudocode concept. Okay. So I'm giving an example here. That I'm taking the same example. The example is A plus B star C minus D. I will take this alone. Okay, so based upon how this algorithm or a pseudocode goes for this, I'm trying to convert this infix into a postfix. Okay, based upon this algorithm. Okay, so now I'm going to have a stack. I'm creating a stack here. Fine. So that is what the first one. This function is going to hold this expression. This is what my expression. A plus B star C minus D is my expression. Okay, inside this I'm creating a stack. My stack has been created. Fine. Next I need to get the answer. For this answer I'm creating a variable called as result. I'm writing here the result. Okay, RES, that is what my results, nothing but the conversion. Your postfix expression will be there inside your result. Okay, then I'm using a for loop to traverse this particular, to iterate this expression. I'm using a for loop. Fine. So I'm just coming to the first one. You know this, I'm using I is equal to 0. This will be 0. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so if my expression is an operand, okay, so this is what my first expression, my A will be the first expression. Okay, exp of I, so exp of 0 is an operand. Yeah, it's an operand. Okay, so if it is an operand, what I will do, I will have to just get inside this if loop. My if loop becomes true, I will get inside my if loop. I have to store this operand along with my result. I'm just going to append along with my result. So assume my result is already empty string. Okay, I'm going to add this operand to my result. So now what happens? I'm just adding it, so it becomes A here. Fine. So I got the first operand of my postfix expression. Okay. Now I'll go for my next iteration. Now my plus comes. Fine. So if it is again my for loop gets inside, it's a plus actually. So your else part doesn't works. I'm sorry, your if part doesn't works. It gets inside this else part. In else part, it's an operator. Yeah, it's an operator. It gets inside this while loop. Okay, in while loop, I have a condition. I'm having two conditions. I'm using an AND between these two conditions. Okay, first condition is if the stack is not, my stack is not empty because I'm using a not. I'm asking whether my stack is not empty. No, my stack is empty here. Okay, so the while loop becomes false. I'll get out of my while loop and I will operate this push. Okay, so what is my expression actually? Exp of 1, that is my plus. Okay, I'll be pushing this expression inside my stack because S is my stack, S dot push. So push this expression inside my stack. Now my plus will be added inside my stack. Fine, and next comes my third operand. Third expression. Okay, index value 0, 1, 2. Fine. So again, you are starting from your for loop actually. Okay. So here I'm having my third one. So it's an operand. Yeah, it's an operand. My expression is an operand. So what will the operand will do? Automatically, it's added to my result using this particular line. So I'm adding my operand to my result. Okay. Then comes the star. Okay, here my star is my operator. Fine. So if it doesn't goes for if at all, it goes for else if. Yeah, my expression is an operator. So I am getting inside this else part. I'm having a while condition with two conditions. Okay, is it the stack is empty, not empty? Yeah, my stack is not empty. So this condition becomes true. Fine. Then I'm checking for another condition. Here I'm using a function. This function is called as has higher precedence. Okay, has higher PR is a short form. This function is having two particular arguments. Okay, one argument is going to hold the top value. So you know in stack I'll be having a top value. This is what my top value T. Okay, comma my exp is what I'm trying at the point. Okay, so this particular point my top value will be plus. Okay, and my exp will be star. Okay, if I'm having a top value as higher precedence, I'll get inside my while loop. That is what the condition given for this particular function. Okay, since I'm having a top value as a lesser priority than my exp and just comes out of my while loop, this becomes false. Okay, so you know the condition for AND, if both are true, then only your while will be executing. Otherwise, it just comes out of your while loop. Again, I'm doing a push operation along with my exp inside my stack. So what is the exp star? Okay, now I'm adding the star inside my stack. Okay, now what happens? 1 second, I'm just erasing the, I'm not able to erase it. Yeah, it's erasing. Fine. So now what happens? Your top value will be changed to star. You know, when I'm putting a value inside this stack, the top value gets incremented. That's what's happening. Okay. Next, my expression is going to be C. Again, I comes out of this all those things. I'll be getting inside this for loop. I'm going to process this C. Again, C is an operand. I have to add inside my result. So C. Fine. And next comes the operand called as minus. And I'm sorry, minus is an operator. So what happens if it doesn't get inside the if part? It gets inside your else part. Yeah, my minus is an operator. Fine. And checking for the condition here, my stack is not empty. Yeah, my stack is not empty because I'm having two operators there. So it's going to be true. I'm writing down. Okay, it's going to be true. Fine. And now check for the higher precedence. Okay, here my top value will be 1 second, guys. I'll try to erase it so that. Yeah. So now my top value will be star. And my expression is, this is what my expression, minus. Okay, so now my top value is having a higher priority than my expression. So now my both the things will be true. Both the conditions becomes true. It gets inside this while loop. This gets inside this while loop. Okay, inside the while loop, what I'm having. So just put this top value inside the result and do a pop operation. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I have to put this top value inside my result. Okay, so for this I'm doing a pop operation. I will just put this star inside my result. So what happens, my star comes here. Fine. Okay, so now what I will do, I'm just erasing this. The star has been removed. Fine. So now what happens, my top value will be, if I'm going to remove an element, my top value will be decremented. Now the top value will points to the plus. Okay, now again this while loop goes because it's not yet over. When while becomes false, then only I'll be getting out of my while loop. Okay, since it is true, again the iteration goes for my while. Fine. Again, it checks for the thing whether my stack is empty. No, it is not empty because I'm having a plus here. Okay, then it goes and checks for the higher precedence. I will erase it. Yeah. Okay, so higher precedence. Now the top value is plus. Yes, it's pointing plus. So plus, I'm having an expression minus. So I'm having a higher priority as addition. So what I will do, now my condition becomes true. Both are true, get inside. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here, put this top value inside a result and do a pop operation. So I'm just putting this plus inside my result. Done. Okay, now what happens after doing it? I'm just erasing it. You get an empty stack. Okay, again it gets inside. Again while loop goes. Okay, again this while loop process. Fine. So my stack is not empty. No, my stack is empty. So now my while loop become false. Okay, if the while comes false, what happens? It gets out of your else part at all. Okay, then again your for loop goes. Here I'm having a D. Okay, D is an operand. So if it is an operand, I have to just add here. Okay, no, I just missed one thing. Here my while becomes false. Okay, my stack is empty. So if it is false, what I have to do, I have to push my expression. So what was the expression there? Actually minus. I'm just pushing this expression inside my stack. Okay, here my top will be noting here. After doing this, I'll go and I will be incrementing this iteration. My D will be there. D is an operand. Just put here. Fine. Then what I will do actually, now this is what the only operator inside my stack. Okay, for this I'm using this particular operation because I reached my end of my expression. Okay, so this for loop will not be working. So I'm checking whether there is anything inside my stack. Yeah, I'm having my minus here. So what I will do, if I'm having anything inside my stack, I will just add this along with my result and pop it out, and I'm be returning the result. So what happens here? So I'll be bringing out the minus outside and I'll be adding here. Okay, now my stack is empty. I'll be printing my result, return the result. Fine. So this is what happens. So I just taught you how this expression along with my pseudocode. Okay, can you able to understand now? If you are okay now, then only I can go for my next process. Next will be the same thing, but along with my bracket, how this expression goes. Yes, I think it's time up. Okay, we will see this bracket examples in tomorrow's class. Okay, so I'll give you a quiz now, just 2 minutes. Can you give me the answer for this? I will teach you the an expression with the bracket in next class. Okay, it's a quiz for you now. Can you answer me the first question? Is nothing but what we had did now, converting an infix to a postfix in a normal way. You can just unmute your mic and tell now because it's time.
Option B, ma'am.
Option B. No, I think no, it's the wrong answer. You said option B or B, right? B is the wrong answer. I got an answer in a chat from Shakti Sri. Anybody else? Go along with the precedence of operators. So then we'll be getting. Use your order of operators. They have not mentioned anything. So you have to use your order of operators there.
C, ma'am.
C, no. Answer, no. You try it out. Okay, make a note of it. The answer is going to be A. Okay, so the right answer is A. Check it out. Okay, and can you give me the answer for the second one? For the first one, only Shakti Sri gave me an answer, a right answer. Okay, give it a try later. Yeah, which of the following is true about the linked list? I got the answer. Yeah, it's D. It's going to be none of the above. Okay, so it's going to be asking true. In push operation, what is the first one? A, actually, if new nodes are inserted at the beginning of the linked list, then pop will be doing at the end. No, we'll be doing the insertion as well as the deletion only at the beginning of my list, not at the end or in middle. Okay, the answer will be the none of the above. Okay, fine. Thank you, guys. That's all for today's class. Okay, just try the